Let's get a quick take on this one. The issue of whether to allow medical marijuana on school grounds is being put to the test at a Jefferson County middle school. 14-year-old Jack Split, who has severe disabilities, has medical approval to use marijuana oil without any THC. However, school officials have told his nurse he cannot use the oil on school grounds, standing by the fact that schools must follow federal laws. Eric, just another example of a pot argument. Where are you at on this one?
Happy to give you a quick take. I've referenced on this show before a book I read. It's probably 20 years old, but it was very formative for me. Title says it all, The Death of Common Sense. That's what's lacking in so many sectors of government these days. This is a clear case. We can debate pot wars, we can debate federal versus states' rights, we can debate all of it. Here you have a severely disabled kid for whom these oils apparently have a significantly beneficial benefit. Common sense would indicate, let's not fight about this. Let's let the kid and his parent, caretaker, etc., do what they need to do to get through the day.
Penn, is common sense losing because schools simply fear being sued?
Well, common sense may be losing because this is Jeffco, and we've talked about some of the issues there. But Eric is right, and what's really bizarre about this episode is why this school and this district would pick this particular student to single out and make an example of. Someone who's using medicinally the product in the way that I think we all envisioned when medicinal marijuana was approved, with an oil that doesn't have a large component of THC, which creates some of the effects of getting high. And it's prescribed by doctors, and it's being monitored and administered by a nurse who's with the child in the school. This is bizarre reasoning, and particularly why they picked now to do this.
Patty, what do you think?
Well, if the nurse had been selling it on the playground, maybe we could understand some concern. But as it is one of the more boneheaded moves in Jeffco schools, and that's saying a lot.
David, wrap it up for us.
Jeffco schools aren't to blame. They're following federal law. And the reason this comes up is because few students with marijuana on school property have such a legitimate reason as this, so they wouldn't come forward in the first place. It's the federal funding is the root of this evil, along with the laws that go along with it. We ought to return to the Constitution as it actually was written, which would mean the federal government wouldn't have any power to spend money and bring rules that go with it on local schools.